Yeah.
So what, you're in favor of socialism?
I'm just
I
saying
didn't
he's
say
correct.
He's
I'm
got the
saying he's
definition right.
All right.
And you were
Why
wrong.
do you have it wrong?
All right.
You had it wrong.
Yeah.
But still, I don't want
Okay,
socialism.
that's
You
okay.
were calling him an idiot. You should apologize for calling him an idiot.
Trump supporters love to love and hate things despite having no idea what these things are. They're told to hate socialism, so they hate socialism despite not knowing what it is. They're told to hate critical race theory and trans people despite not knowing anything about either of those things. They go back and forth on the law enforcement and police officers depending on who's telling them whether to hate or love them in the moment. And this video shows just how much they don't know anything about anything.
The people that are control anything under socialism. You're socialism. The
Yeah.
people were God.
Yeah, they control the means of production, right?
What did you say socialism was?
When the workers control the means of production.
Yeah, that's
right.
what it is.
That's what it is.
All right,
Yeah.
So what, you're in favor of socialism?
I'm just
I
saying
didn't
he's
say
correct.
He's
I'm
got the
saying he's
definition right.
All right.
And you were
Why
wrong.
do you have it wrong?
All right.
You had it wrong.
Yeah.
But still, I don't want
Okay,
socialism.
that's
You were
okay.
calling him an idiot. You should apologize for calling him an idiot.
This man admits he doesn't know what socialism is, but then still says he doesn't want it because he's been told not to want it. It's funny, he actually thinks that it's the opposite of what it is. He thinks that socialism is when the workers get absolutely no say in anything, and the other guy is right. It's when workers control the means of production. It's when you have the most say. And I don't know if you've noticed, the good liars are my favorite. But they also do a fantastic job of pointing out the hypocrisy.
You guys support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
You might like Scientology. Have you thought about it? It's just like Trumpism. It's a cult. Want to join a cult? Xenu's a galactic warlord. It's similar to the election fraud stuff. We have to take his word for it on faith. The election conspiracy theories are the same thing as like Xenu and... What do you know about it? Were you in it? Did you get away? Go by the church and just say, hey, I'm a Trump supporter, and they'll be like, I gotcha.
As long as it's a church,
Yeah.
I'm very interested.
I was told to love churches, so as long as it's not called something like a synagogue or anything, you know, a temple or anything like that, if it's called a church, I'm on board. It's not even Christianity, but just because it's called a church, he's like, I was told to like churches, so I'm in. Despite the fact that Xenu, the galactic overlord, could not be more different from Jesus Christ of the Christian doctrine. Anyways, I guess the message is, if you're a Trump supporter and you're watching this video, you really need to work on your critical thinking skills. Don't like or dislike something or love or hate something just because they tell you to. Look it up and see what it is. Make sure you know what it is first, and then make a decision for yourself.
Do you consider yourself a capitalist or a socialist?
I've been a small business owner for 33 years, so you tell me.
Okay, all right, so you're saying...
I know a little bit about capitalism. Let's put it
You're
that
saying
way.
you're a capitalist, correct?
Yeah, when you're a small business owner, since you got out of college and had hair and longer than probably anyone, the Republicans in Congress have owned a small business, more than 98% of them. Yeah, I think I'm pretty good at understanding capitalism.
I appreciate the answer. I love the answer. However, in this tax plan here, you're going to go after some Americans, and you're going to tax more than 60% of their gross income, depending on where they live in the country. I know you want the revenue. Is that fair?
It's just an endless show of political partisanship, sticking it to the libs no matter what. You know, the fact that this news anchor asked this congressman, do you consider yourself a capitalist or a socialist? It's so elementary. I mean, it's not even a deep question. It's not even a real question. But, you know, Americans are totally distracted most of the time, especially far right-wingers who watch Fox News. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jackson White, co-founder and chief of content at Politiscope, and thanks for once again tuning in today to TYT. Now, what's really interesting about how these types of networks and the Republican Party propaganda works in general is how they always focus on taxes and not wanting to raise taxes for the wealthy or for corporations, no matter what. And they always get, you know, their poorer voting base, you know, the older whites who watch Fox News, a lot of them at least, to think that that somehow is going to impact them, as if they don't look out the window and see that, again, things like their school systems, their roads, the infrastructure in general that keeps them safe, maybe their access to certain opportunities, that they don't have access to these things to keep life sustainable and of high quality. And yet they also seem to never get that. In order to improve those types of things in any type of systemic organized way, you have to have an effective tax system. And right now, we always have this emphasis on lowering taxes for those who have all the capital to give in the first place. So again, are you a capitalist or a socialist? That really just doesn't dive into any of those issues. It doesn't dive into any of the societal issues that we all face as one, which is why it's so ridiculous. Because it's like, clearly this guy, again, like you said, he's a business owner. So clearly he's a capitalist. And I don't really know much about him in the first place, whoever he is. But, you know, this is what Fox News does. And millions and millions and millions of people eat it up because it's thoughtless entertainment.
My point is, some Americans who are high earners between state and city and Washington and Obamacare, they're up 60%, 61% of gross. Last question.
I'll tell you,
you had a very one last question
that was taken out during the Trump era tax cut that affected those folks more than almost anything. So you're right. If those folks are upset that they're paying more in taxes, they should go to the Republicans who passed that bill that benefited the top 1%.
On the SALT deal.